Arkansas Style on KARK.
Warm weather brings some pretty cool parties, but good manners still matter. Whether hosting or attending, a little courtesy helps keep those summer parties rolling right along. I am joined today by Thomas Farley, otherwise known as Mr. Manners. Mr. Manners, great to see you.
Good to see you, Nicole. Thank you so much for having me. I hope you were getting all the invites because the summer days are waning, so this is the chance to get it all in before fall arrives.
Isn't that the truth? All right, well, we're going to keep people on their minding their P's and Q's with these parties. We're going to start with the guests first. You suggest that you ask them what you should bring.
Yes. So you may have a host who says, we're all set, we don't need anything, but I think it's always a wonderful thing to inquire, especially you might have a signature dish, but perhaps that signature dish is going to compete with their signature dish, which is the identical thing. So clear it with your host in advance. In particular, if you've got a dietary restriction, you want to put that out there so they know you're a vegetarian and they're inviting you to a barbecue. You want to make sure that there is something for you to eat there, and don't expect the host to accommodate you. You bring something that both you can eat and that you can share. And then lastly, Nicole, and this is something that I think people really need to mind, especially for summertime gatherings, is your food may be out in the sun, outside, for extended periods of time. So make sure that whatever you bring, it's something that can safely be outside without getting spoiled or concerns about food poisoning.
Okay, really good advice. Smart reminders. A lot of times you get excited about the party, but you also want to be sure that you're doing things in a gentle way. Okay, so as we're talking about bringing things, it's also a nice thing to bring a gift for the host. What do you recommend?
Yeah. So you're going to bring out a gift for the host, and this is whether you've been to this person's home once or twice or 20 times. Some little thoughtful item. This is not the same as the food item you're bringing to be enjoyed by the other guests. This is something for the host to enjoy, and in particular, something that shows a little bit of insight about what you know about that host's interests. So a favorite author that they have, a favorite travel destination that they go to. Maybe it's a book, or maybe it's something from one of your own travels. But we don't have to spend lots of money on it. We know throwing a party is expensive and it requires a lot of effort. As a guest, you show yourself to be the A+ guest by bringing something that recognizes all those efforts by the host.
Yeah, don't cut that corner. I really think bringing something, don't come empty-handed is what I think my mom might say. Okay, speaking of coming empty-handed, you also have a great piece of advice of something you can bring if in fact they say, you don't need to bring anything. What is this?
Yes, and this is especially true for summer parties. Have you not been at those gatherings where they run out of ice, or you go to the ice chest and it's all melted, there's nothing left? If the host would like, on your way, they've probably been racing around doing last minute things. They didn't have the chance to go to the corner store to pick up a couple of bags of ice. This is one of them. You are the savior of the day, so that everybody can enjoy their cold beverages without fear of running out of ice. So bring a couple extra bags.
I absolutely love that tip, and it is so true. Okay, last piece of advice for our guest goers. I cannot believe we have to remind them of this, but send a thank you note when the party wraps.
Yeah. It takes such little effort, but again, back to the point that throwing a party is a lot of time, money, energy. How much energy does it take to write a little thank you note? You comment on one or two favorite memories from the occasion, pop it in the mail. You will be invited back next time for sure.
I know as a host, I love getting those thank you notes, a little reflection on the day of what they thought was so special. So it does mean a lot.
Yes, very much so.
Even though my handwriting is horrible.
Don't worry about the handwriting. It's the words that matter. As long as we can basically read them, you are good to go.
Love it. All right, Mr. Manners, let's transition to the host side. There's also some etiquette tips that we have for the hosts. Let's start with an interesting one when you sent this to me. You want to poll your guests. What are we polling them for?
Yeah, so you're going to check on, is anyone celebrating a birthday? Is anyone celebrating? You may, unbeknownst to you, be throwing your own gathering on someone's birthday or on someone's anniversary, or someone just graduated. If anyone's got any kind of a momentous occasion, what a wonderful thing. And maybe you've got didn't even realize you've got 3 guests who all have birthdays within a week of one another. What a wonderful thing to be able to gather, not just for the summer occasion, but to be able to celebrate those special occasions, which you're not going to know about unless you ask.
God, and I just think that is such a cool suggestion. I never really thought about it as a host, but boy, does that really show you care and really gets everybody invested in the party too. Great advice. Okay, another piece of advice, another one that I didn't think of, is multicolored serving options. Why do we want to consider this?
Oh gosh. Okay, so Nicole, how many parties have you been to where everyone has one of these? We're in the backyard, we're at a picnic, and was that cup mine? Was that yours? And what winds up happening is we take another and another and another, and if we care about waste, if we care about the environment, what a wonderful thing. We can't always do glassware, especially much as we like that for a dinner party. We're outside, plastic is more practical. Do the multicolored option. That way you know yours was the green cup, yours was the... They make these in different colors. We don't need to always go with red. So I think by variegating your plasticware, you've made it far easier for your guests to remember which was theirs.
Again, great piece of advice. I love this. Okay, last one on the host suggested ideas is to provide a sweater or a blanket for later in the evening. Great idea. Why are we doing this?
Yes, we are getting into this strange kind of shoulder season between when it's, and I know Arkansas, you've still got plenty. I'm in New York, we're starting to feel the tinges of fall, but in Arkansas, I know it's still plenty hot. But let's face it, we are going to have those random evenings where it suddenly gets very chilly. The temperature drops 10, 15, 20 degrees. Having a shawl or a blanket for your guests who are outside is a wonderful touch to keep and otherwise, guess what? They're going to leave early because they're cold. We don't want that. Have that little warming item for them, and they're going to feel like the best looked after guests that have ever gone to any party anywhere.
Thomas, I so appreciate your perspective and gentle reminders. I appreciated the conversation. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Nicole. My pleasure.
All right, well, you heard it from Mr. Manners himself. Summers may be carefree, but kindness and consideration never goes out of season. Now there's 5 chefs, 5 courses, and delicious rice-inspired creations. Join us after the break to see how Restaurant Rice Week is supporting the AR Hunger Alliance. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style.